In the wild, there are predators that do not need to chase just a single decisive strike. King cobras and other venomous snakes, silent hunters, moving without a sound. They do not rush. They observe, waiting for the perfect moment. Then everything happens in an instant. A strike as fast as lightning. Fangs connect. Venom spreads. The prey struggles, then slowly fades. No tearing, no remains left behind. They consume everything. No trace remains, only a quiet stillness.
That is a long snake.
Beneath the still surface of the water, a king cobra struggles to subdue its prey. But the situation does not go smoothly. The victim suddenly fights free. In an instant, the cobra strikes again. Its long venomous fangs sink deep into the body of the smaller snake, delivering another surge of neurotoxic venom. However, underwater, the predator cannot swallow its prey immediately. Like all reptiles, it must breathe, so it keeps its grip and slowly swims towards the shore. As the venom spreads through the prey's body, its resistance quickly weakens. Exhausted, the prey finally goes limp. With graceful swimming movements and a firm bite, the king cobra drags its prize onto land and begins swallowing it whole. Minutes later, the lake becomes calm again. Across a patch of green grass, a deadly confrontation erupts between a giant python and a king cobra. The moment it is bitten, the python immediately fights back, wrapping its powerful muscular body tightly around the cobra. A python's constriction does more than suffocate. It cuts off blood circulation, quickly depriving the heart and brain of oxygen. But the king cobra struck first. One bite can inject a massive dose of neurotoxic venom, powerful enough to shut down the nervous system of its prey. While the coils tighten, the venom also begins to take effect. The python's body gradually loses control, and the balance of the fight quickly shifts. Victory belongs to the predator that struck first. Across the scorching deserts of Australia, a giant mulga snake slithers through the sand, searching for prey. And this time, the target is another snake. The mulga does not possess the most potent venom, but each bite can inject an enormous quantity of toxin containing powerful myotoxins that destroy muscle tissue. Its forked tongue constantly gathers scent particles, sending them to the Jacobson's organ in the roof of the mouth to locate prey precisely. Following the chemical trail, the predator approaches a small burrow beneath the hot sand. In a split second, the fatal strike lands. Venom spreads rapidly through the victim's body, leaving it unable to resist. In the harsh natural world, even members of the same species can become prey. Outside a container, a king cobra has already subdued a grass snake. It grips the snake's body tightly, blocking every possible escape. The prey desperately bites back, aiming at the cobra's hood. But with lightning reflexes, the king cobra instantly turns its head and clamps onto the opponent's skull, the most critical control point. Once the head is secured, resistance almost disappears. Instead of squeezing harder, the cobra maintains a steady grip to immobilize the prey while protecting its own delicate venom fangs. Then the swallowing begins. The two halves of the lower jaw move independently, pulling the prey deeper into the throat in alternating motions. In the natural world, battles between reptiles are often silent, but extremely brutal. After being attacked, a reticulated python desperately coils around the attacker's head and neck, fighting for survival. But the attacker is a king cobra, a snake that specializes in hunting other snakes. Each bite can inject hundreds of milligrams of neurotoxic venom, quickly paralyzing the victim's nervous system. Although the python continues constricting in desperation, its strength fades as the venom spreads through its body. Seizing the moment, the king cobra begins swallowing its opponent. Its incredibly flexible jaws expand widely, allowing it to slowly consume the entire python. A cold and inevitable ending. On a scorching asphalt road, a cobra sinks its fangs into the neck of a monitor lizard. But the lizard's thick keratin scales and extremely tough skin act like natural armor, reducing the penetration of the venomous fangs. Even while carrying the predator on its back, the lizard continues crawling, desperately trying to escape. Meanwhile, the snake keeps its bite locked, allowing the venom time to spread through the bloodstream. But the moment the snake loosens its grip to adjust the bite, the monitor lizard seizes the opportunity. Inside the confined space of a glass enclosure, a king cobra and a pit viper face each other directly. The king cobra quickly gains the advantage. Instinctively, the pit viper coils tightly in defense. Seizing the opportunity, the cobra delivers a precise bite, injecting neurotoxic venom that quickly paralyzes the prey. Once resistance stops, the swallowing process begins. The two halves of the lower jaw move alternately, pulling the prey deeper into the throat. Meanwhile, the cobra's trachea shifts forward to the side of its mouth, allowing it to breathe while swallowing. Another cold conclusion.
And on doing a few
Night falls, and a young python quietly leaves its burrow to hunt.
then
It presses its body against the ground, sensing subtle vibrations through the soil. When a mouse appears, the python lunges instinctively, but the tiny prey is extremely fast,
Small problem.
dodging several attacks.
a dental problem. The young snake's teeth designed the job done.
Realizing the disadvantage, the python changes tactics. It lies perfectly still, predicting the mouse's path. The moment the mouse pauses, the strike lands. Powerful coils wrap around the prey. Using pressure sensors in the scales of its belly, the python can feel the victim's heartbeat and releases its grip only when the heart stops beating.
Coiling begin.
Another silent hunt ends.
For this young rock python.
After days without food, a python leaves the forest and silently approaches a nearby village in search of prey. Darkness does not slow the predator. Heat-sensing pits along its lips detect the body warmth of mammals, revealing movement even in total darkness. Prey that is too small offers little energy, while prey that is too large carries the risk of injury. Then it spots a rabbit, the perfect size for a meal. As the rabbit steps into the ideal distance, the python strikes instantly. Powerful coils wrap around the prey, locking it inside a deadly grip. Beneath thick layers of fallen leaves, a nearly invisible predator waits, the gaboon viper. Its patterned body blends perfectly with dry leaves, making it almost impossible to detect. It waits patiently until a group of helmeted guinea fowl wanders into the danger zone. Then, in an instant, the lightning strike erupts. The gaboon viper's enormous fangs, up to 5 centimeters long, the longest among venomous snakes, pierce the prey. Necrotic venom quickly destroys tissue and disrupts circulation, leaving the victim helpless. When the prey becomes motionless, the viper begins swallowing it whole, Its incredibly flexible jaws allow it to consume prey many times larger than its own head. In the world of snakes, the end comes quickly and decisively. No sound, no warning. One hunt ends, one life disappears completely. That is how nature works. Cold, precise, unforgiving. The predator moves on as if nothing ever happened. But somewhere in the shadows and fallen leaves, another set of eyes is watching, waiting, calculating, preparing for the next strike.